Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day number 22 of 31 days of tutorials. My name as usual is Ryan Hafey with Hafey Digital, and in this video I'm going to show you how to properly mount and balance your camera onto your Zhiyun Crane 2, assuming you have a Zhiyun Crane 2. But before we get into it, a couple bits of housekeeping. And the first thing is something that I don't think enough people talk about when it comes to balancing your camera on a Crane 2 or any other gimbal really for that matter. And that is that sometimes if you're using a small camera body attached to a big lens, the plate that you have to attach to the bottom of the camera in order to put it onto the crane, it doesn't give you enough clearance between the plate and the lens. Now in this case, I have a small rig cage on the outside of this A6500, and it gives me a little bit of extra room at the bottom of the camera so that I can put the plate on the bottom of the camera, and you can see that there's just enough room between the plate and the lens here. So that's important, just keep that in mind when you're going to balance your camera. And the other thing is, I wanna make this a bit of a challenge. So while I'm balancing the camera and explaining how to do it on the crane, I'm gonna be racing against myself, solving a Rubik's Cube, which I'll have up here at the top of the screen. So let's see which one can be done faster. So without further ado, let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we want to slip the camera into the crane like so. We want to adjust for the tilt axis first, which is the axis that makes the camera go forward and backwards basically. You want to slide the plate around until the camera sits flat when your hands are moved from the camera. That looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this there. Next thing you wanna do is tilt the camera up like this and adjust this axis right here so that the camera, when you let go of it, stays pointing straight up in the air. That's pretty good. We're gonna adjust this axis next, but we'll go ahead and tighten that down, bring it down like this. Next thing you wanna do is adjust the roll axis, and that basically is what makes the camera go kind of in this direction, makes a roll movement. And that's done using this area back here. Unscrew that and you wanna move it left and right until you get it to where when you let go of the camera, it stays perfectly level. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and screw that in there. Next thing we wanna do is adjust the pan axis. And to do that, you wanna lay it flat, just like this. And what you want to happen is that when you lift the crane up, everything lifts up all at once. You don't have this back motor moving up first, you don't have the camera moving up first. Everything moves at once. So let's adjust like this. Move it back a little bit. Move forward. Come on, we gotta do this quick. That's good enough. All right, bring it back up. Let's test it one more time just to make sure everything's looking good. It is. Let's hit the power button here. And boom, we are balanced and good to go. I don't know if I want or not. I can't see the replay of the Rubik's Cube here, but there you go. That's how you balance a Zhiyun Crane nice and quickly. But before we go, I want to point out a couple quick accessories that I have here on my Zhiyun Crane that you may not have on yours. The first is this small rig clamp, and basically just this little clamp that has a bunch of different thread adapters on it. So if you want to attach a field monitor or a microphone or something else on it here, you can do that. What are you making noise for? Just turn that off for now. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So you can attach monitors, microphones, any other little accessories and adapters on here as long as it takes those common camera threads. The other thing here, which is a little harder to see, is this little adapter between the tripod and the crane gimbal itself. So by default, when you get your Crane 2, you have this tripod that you can screw on and off, but Zhiyun actually makes a little quick release that allows you to quickly and easily remove the tripod without having to unscrew it and screw it back on every time, which can be handy if you're just trying to move it around or make adjustments or change out the batteries, what have you. And when you're ready, pop it back in, boom, and it's back on. And there you go. That is how you quickly and easily mount a camera onto the Zhiyun Crane 2. If you have a Zhiyun Crane 2, I hope that was helpful to you. And if it was, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video, share it with a friend if you feel so inclined, and then come back again and see us tomorrow for day number 23 of 31 days of tutorials. Goodbye. Oh, I missed.